Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, hey, we're the brothers here out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. All right, this is well, hey, we're the brothers. This Tuesday camp. All right, and first and foremost, we want to give our praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, by
Hashem,
Hashem,
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai, by
Hashem,
Hashem,
Kakwadash.
Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right. So hey, we're getting into it, man. We're getting into it. I guess we'll start off with Second Ezra 9, and just go straight into it because tomorrow is the inauguration. All right, and they're saying that basically something big could happen. All right, tomorrow. All right, because they stormed the Capitol maybe 2 weeks ago. All right, and these Trump supporters, they're up in arms. All right, and a lot of these militias have also planned different they've planned to gather and do different things. We don't know what per se, but we'll have to wait and see. We don't know the exact details. We can't tell you, on this date so and so is going to happen. A lot of people on YouTube, they'll have certain dates where, okay, well, this is going to happen. But we've seen situations where that did happen. We've seen situations where that didn't happen. All right, so we'll see how it plays out because hey, nothing may happen. It could just be another regular day. The Trump supporters could just go ahead and take their L and just go ahead and just carry on the next couple months, or they could raise hell, and it doesn't even have to happen at the Capitol. All right, it could happen in your local city, man. I'll let that pass. Yeah, so you got it.
Second Ezra 9:1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, so the Lord is visiting the world which he made. All right, everyone has been saying 2020 was a devastating year. All right, and 2021 being the day of the coming of the day. Hastening the day of the year of hastening the coming of Yahweh Hashem Shai. All right, so this could be the very year that Yahweh Hashem Shai comes to visit the earth. All right, and we've been saying it, and we believe that. All right, and a lot of you people are going to get shaken up, and we've been going into this precept a lot. Second Ezra 9. All right, because we're measuring the time, and a part of us measuring the time is us hastening. Hasten basically means to expect. All right, to basically have a longing for. All right, so we're longing for the day of the Lord, man. Matter of fact, find me one to you that desire the day of the Lord. Go ahead.
This is Zephaniah. Just going into what the prophet spoke on. Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near, and hasteneth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. And it says, even the voice of the day of the Lord. And with that voice screaming out now. Like, let you know, hey, turn back to your house, I'll shout. Hey, yo, this could possibly happen. That could possibly happen. All of these things are being done here in America and throughout the earth because it's the Heavenly Father's will, man. So the day of the Lord is hastening, man. And we're that voice speaking out into the people to tell people to turn around. We're blowing that trumpet.
Yeah. Give me Romans 13:11. Yeah, like your brother said, man. Hey, the time is getting closer, man. Hey, time is getting shorter. They came out. Esau recently came out and said that what do you say? He's gonna shorten the hour. He's gonna shorten the hour to 59 minutes, basically to accommodate the globe turning faster, man. So time is speeding up. All right, and shit, these weeks are going by quick, man. You know, these weeks and months are feeling like weeks nowadays, man. You know, you got it.
This is Amos 5:18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?"
Yeah, woe to you that desire the day of the Lord, because a lot of you people, you believe in the day. You believe that the day of the Lord is gonna be some bright, shiny day. All right, you're gonna be singing gospel hymns. All right, you're gonna be
Shaking tambourine, you know,
yeah,
rainbows coming out of the sky.
playing drums and playing organs, and you know, hey, the day of the Lord. The scriptures say the day of the Lord is a day of darkness. Matter of fact, and we're gonna get that in Matthew in a second. But the day of the Lord is gonna come with straight destruction, man. All right, it's gonna you know shaking people up. All right, a day of gloominess, a day of darkness. All right, it's that the scripture saying thick darkness. All right, that thick darkness. That's not just regular darkness, man. You know, that's like yeah.
The thick darkness. It was so the darkness was so thick that a person could light a flame in front of his face, and you wouldn't even be able to see it. That's how thick the darkness was.
Darkness would actually accomplish the flame. It would swallow it up.
Yeah.
And you know, I was watching a video. My brother had posted a video in chat on the way here, and it was talking about the so-called Christian community. Y'all jakes out there that want to play Christian, talking about the day of the Lord. Well, it ain't gonna be like for you because y'all ain't been worshiping the Lord in spirit and in truth. Y'all may have a zeal for the Lord,
Yeah.
but not according to knowledge.
Yeah, well, that's why I said, to what end is it for you? Basically, it ain't gonna benefit you. All right, it's only the day of the Lord is really only gonna benefit the elect and the 1/3. All right, but you everyday people who aren't going to repent. All right, you're gonna have to partake in straight judgment, man. Jacob's trouble. You know, just be constantly you know, getting beat down, man. You know, get back up again, like the scriptures say. You escape the lion and a bear met you. You know, so you're gonna be met with issue after issue. All right.
It goes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's the spirit. Yeah. Keep going.
John, this is continuing on. It says, "The day of the Lord is darkness and not light,
Mm-hmm.
as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into a house and leaned his hand on a wall, and a serpent bite him."
Yeah. So you're not gonna find no rest. All right. You're not gonna be able to you know find a place of refuge, because every time you think you think, all right, I escaped that, it's gonna be something else. Yep, Bushwick or what's that? Final Destination. Man, that like no matter what, is something coming for you, man. Death is lingering, man. It's around the corner. The death angel's gonna be on you, man. Like white on rice. All right, keep going.
John, it says, verse 20, "Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it?"
Yeah. So, you people who have been taught, you know, by your pastors that the day of the Lord, all right, you know, we're gonna go to heaven and it's gonna be, you know, you're gonna be raptured, and you know it's gonna be, and actually they also teach this doctrine called pre-trib, which basically means they'll be delivered before the tribulation. All right, which that ain't gonna happen, man, because the Lord has to take you through. The Lord is gonna take the elect through the destruction as well. But the difference between the elect and those objects of destruction. All right, so the Lord is gonna raise up a standard, a way to escape. Okay, the Lord is gonna raise up protection for His men, but He's not gonna do that for everybody, man. All right, the Lord is getting ready to bring mass death upon the earth, and now you tell me that's a day of light. That is a day of complete darkness. All right, keep going.
And it says, that was pretty dope.
Okay,
That was
yeah,
it right there.
get that Matthew 10:34. and then Abel trying to make it too.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. It says, think not that I have come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Yeah, so there's no peace on earth. There's not going to be any peace on earth. All right? And you got these people always talking about world peace. And, you know, we need to come together. Well, like Martin Luther King was saying, Martin Luther King used to push that peace. But where the hell is the peace at, man? You still got calamity. You still got people you know, up in arms, man, at each other's necks, man.
With all that peace, you got put in the dirt for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a matter of fact, we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna go into that since MLK Day was yesterday. All right, because hey, everything that he's saying, all that so-called dream that he had. Yeah. Well, I think there's a couple of them. I have to look. I can paraphrase. I don't know the exact verse, but
I had the prophet that said I dreamed dreams.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But keep going on that.
All right, this is Matthew continuing
From the top.
chapter 10, verse 34.
I got it.
Yeah.
My boy.
All right, think not that I have come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Yeah, but a sword, and a sword represents destruction, man. All right, and Yahweh Shai is a man of war, man. So with Yahushua being a man of war, what do you think he's gonna do to you people, man? That ain't right. He's got a special destruction for you. He's the ultimate man of war, even more so than King David. All right. So you don't want to mess. Like why would you want to mess with and get on the bad side of someone who is deemed the man of war? All right. Esau the so-called white man. He's a man of war on the left hand side. All right, and he's nothing to play with. Esau is nothing to play with his weaponry and his technology. So how much more Yahushua? All right. And like I said, Martin Luther King, he was a prophet of peace. I got another one I want to bring out, but go ahead. Matter of fact, was that it on that? Was that the point in 34?
It shows you how he's going to bring about that division.
Yeah.
Continuing, it says, "For I have come to set
Separate
a
household.
man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household."
Yeah, so he said he's gonna set them at variance against each other. So he's gonna separate households. You're gonna have some people that are gonna be for the vaccine. They're gonna be for taking the market. You're gonna have some people, and they're gonna be like, "Nah, what? Crazy." And you see that now. You got division amongst. You got political divisions amongst
You
families.
got
Sports divisions, and even with sports, if you are with a rival team of your parents will straight up disown you over sports. You know,
Hey, Jake women have shown that plenty of time on national television. The son picked the school, and she was totally that she was fucking. He went against me. He went and picked a double school, and she got up and walked away on camera. Was like, "Hey, hell with you."
Yep.
All because of a sports team.
Yep. Yeah. But you know, in these times, it's gonna be, you know, we're giving an example of that's already happening now. But how much more when things start to really unfold? All right, you're gonna see people's true intentions. You're gonna see. All right, well, you know what? I ain't with that. So, you know, hey, even our families, you know, everyone in our family, is not just gonna be on board. You know, you're gonna have, you know, we pray that you know the Lord will find mercy and that they'll come in their right mind. All right, but I got, you know, some family members that you know, they masked up, gloved up, and they scared as hell. And they plan on taking that vaccine. You know,
what when you throw food into the situation,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like now it's, hey, are we gonna listen to the way he wants to ration the food? Or am I gonna go off of, hey, I deserve more food than you because of this or that or whatever? It's like, yo, that's gonna divide the house. That's gonna turn a son-in-law against his mother-in-law.
yeah, you're gonna have them fighting over food.
Hey, look, they already when they was having the Popeyes chicken sandwich escapade, they was getting killed over that, and there was plenty of that shit. So how much more when there ain't nothing to eat?
Yep, right. Well, that was the point, right?
Yeah, that was,
Let's get to that MLK. Bring out what you got, and then we'll get.
Yeah, the point's in 21.
Jeremiah 28:9. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 11. You start at verse 18. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. They that are of a forward heart are abominations to the Lord, but such as
It said, "He that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death."
right.
All right. So a lot of you people, well, what's that? Deuteronomy 30:15. I've set before you life and death. So you pursued death, so that pursued you. Go ahead.
The point's 21. Proverbs 11 and 20. They that are of a froward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
Yeah, though hand join in hand. So that's the point, because what was Dr. King talking about? He was talking about, little black boys and white girls. I have a dream that little black boys and white girls will hold hands, and there's gonna be a time of integration. There's gonna be a time of peace. There's gonna be a time of
Unity.
unity. Now, where the hell is that? That's how you know this guy's a false prophet. All right, that's how you know, because in the scriptures say, "Beware of dreams." All right, and that's exactly why. All right, but our people were totally, drunk off of that philosophy, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they were clapping, and you know what it was too. It was his speech, the way he talked, his tone, because all that plays into witchcraft. All that plays into your psyche, to be convincing.
It's like a power of persuasion.
Mm-hmm. Power of persuasion. The way he talked. I have a dream. That's a real.
I have a dream.
He could have said whatever. He could have said, "I have a dream." I have a dream. But I'm gonna wake up and take a dump.
Yeah.
But I'm being funny. But literally, with his speech, and then you got people behind him. You got Esau basically behind him, and he was propped up.
Yeah.
He was propped up as a head figure, which goes to show how easy it is to manipulate the masses. All you have to do is prop up a leader. All right, you're gonna be the leader. Whatever Edomite briefed them, they sat him down and said, hey, you're gonna be a leader for the blacks. Basically, you're gonna have them integrate. You're gonna basically be a voice, and they probably told him, hey, you're gonna be written about in history books. When you die, man, you're gonna be a heavy, prominent figure. He's the top black prominent figure. He's the top prominent figure in black history.
yeah, he's MJ basically, like MJ, Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, and MLK
Of civil rights.
Yeah.
He's the MJ of civil rights. So much so that even his grandchildren and great grandchildren, they even still try to carry on his legacy, but they're also respected and in politics, and they're trying to carry on, you know, his agenda.
Hey, basically,
You know?
the way that Esau put MLK up, he's the equivalency on a very low level. This is no. I'm just putting this out there, speaking as a man. Esau put him up like he was the new Moses, man. That's why our people thank MLK for this. Thank MLK for that. They don't see the Stokely Carmichael. They don't see the what Marcus Garvey. They don't see the Malcolm X. They don't give no type of veneration to these guys, even though all of them was bug outs at the end of the day. But they put this guy on the level because he was giving you, he was pandering to Jay. Man. And our people still don't see it being done now.
I'll say this: any person, and give me Isaiah 30 and 10. Any person that Esau props up to be, any person, any black figure that Esau gives the stamp of approval, they ain't right.
If I can add real quick too, you know, Dr. Martin Luther King or whatever, he wouldn't even have that position to have that type of that platform unless Esau allowed it, man.
Yep.
You know, Esau had to allow that to happen. And as the brother was saying, he probably offered him stuff, but when you come down to it, his speeches, it was like that I Have a Dream speech, it wasn't even written by him. You know, I can't remember the Jewish guy name, but you know, you don't even do your due diligence to do some research to figure out, okay, who wrote that speech. So the very same people that are oppressing you gave him the speech to write. Don't that like, you know, like question mark?
You know what I heard? I heard this before. I don't know how true it is, but they basically said that when I think it was Nick Cannon. I was watching an interview Nick Cannon was doing, but they basically were saying that see, Dr. King, he didn't just have a set speech. It was like he had basically like you know how rappers, they'll have different bars, verses and bars, and they'll go here and go there. So he didn't really have, like, he had different things that he'll pull out and you know what I'm saying, and put it together. So so supposedly it was a nigga woman that was like back there behind him, and she was basically like going to the I Have a Dream part, or you know what I'm saying. I don't know how true it is, but they're basically saying a nigga woman basically, you know what I'm saying, had threw him that, you know what I'm saying, threw him that, hey, go into this, and then that sparked, you know, the whole. And then they even play. I remember they used to play it in school. They used to play it on the radio. The whole speech, you know, you got to sit there and listen to it, as simple as, you know, talk slow, you know, and you know, like I said, it's to no avail, okay, because it didn't liberate you. You're still in captivity. You're still under the so-called white man, and really what it did is it pacified you Israelites, man, you so-called blacks and Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, because here it is. Prior to Dr. King and the movement of equality and integration, okay, they were really like, to hell with this devil, man, you know, and that was really the best thing for you to really separate yourself, because that's how the Lord set it up. The Lord said, "You're a holy nation. I've set it to be above all the nations of the earth." So you ain't supposed to be equal with the so-called white man, all right? But you know, he pushed this narrative of being equal, and no, we got to join forces. We need to start working with them. All right. And that pacified you. All right. And it actually confused you, because you're like, damn, you know what? Damn. Well, and he had you, if I could say, he had you right. The enemy had you right where he wanted you.
Well, he also put you in a position to become more wicked as well. You know, because beforehand you had families. I mean, you still Jake had doing this little wickedness, but you didn't have it as abundance as you have it now. Baby mamas, homosexuals, just the nation just destroyed, right? Well, how did that happen? Like the brother said, you were better off being separate, because when you integrated, you adopted the customs of the nations that you integrated with.
Yep. I got a lot of like elders and grandparents that brothers could go into it. They literally say, yo, integration was the worst thing that happened to us. My grandmother, she just turned 81. She spoke to us. She was like, yo, man, once they started allowing black folks to party with these little white girls and boys, everything went to shit. Everything within the black community went to shit.
And she knows.
Yeah,
So
because
she, that's her first thing. That's what you call a first-hand witness.
Yeah.
All right. She was back there. And my parents were born in the 50s. So there's certain things that they remember as far as that movement. All right. But the point being is that all these things were set up, okay, to make you trust the so-called white man. They said, you know what? They said, how do we get these Negroes to trust us again? How do we get them back on our side? Someone said, oh, I have an idea. We're gonna prop up a leader, a big leader, and he's gonna push and corral them into and they was even getting hosed and sicked on by dogs. All right, all these different things. There was so-called peaceful protesting, getting beat up, and all this stuff, man. A lot of them getting killed, arrested, and then Jake loved to say, oh, well, because when it comes to voting, Jake, nowadays they love to say, well, that's not what your ancestors fought for, You got more on that? Or was that the first one? Okay. Get that Jeremiah 30 and 10. You got something too?
Yeah, but I it's Jeremiah 30 and 10. It says, well, actually, I'll go up.
And get that Jeremiah 28 and 9.
I'll go up one verse. This is Jeremiah 30 and 9. It says that this is a rebellious people, lying children, that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things.
Yeah, speak unto us smooth things. They want to hear smooth things. They want to hear, let's be equal. You know what? We can work with the so-called white man. Because Dr. King was really he was propped up as a prophet. Not saying he is a prophet, because he's not. But Jake looked at him like a prophet. The I have a dream speech. That was a prophetic. It was a false prophetic speech.
But Esau did his due diligence to try to make that dream come into fruition through what is it? Affirmative action. Through the concessions that came right along with civil rights. That's what Esau was able to play on Jake's mind, man. You can actually go eat in this restaurants. Now you can go to Macy's and go through the front door. My grandmother tell me how Jake used to have to go to the back. Man, they were easily allowed in.
Yeah.
But through these things, through the civil rights era and through Martin Luther King being propped up as that great prophet or that great speaker, all of these things came about. He knew the future. All you got to do is just follow this path, follow this doctrine, this philosophy. You can achieve something as a so-called Negro here in America, as long as you go about his way.
Yeah, and that was his goal. He wanted you on his side. He had to gain the trust back of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Why? Because he wants your money. Now, well, not only does he want, it's about money, but also at the end of the day is to destroy you. How do you, as an enemy, the best way for you to overcome, if you're the devil, the best way to overcome your enemy is to gain their trust. You get them on your side. You get close to them. That's the best way to take down your enemy. You get close to them. Be friendly. That's why the scriptures say smooth words. What's that? Psalms 55 and 11. His words were softer than oil, but war was in his heart. It says smoother than butter. All right. So he loves to use this convincing speech. Go ahead, bring it up.
This is Psalm chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. And that's literally what MLK
what was it?
Psalm 55 and 21.
Yeah.
All right. That's what MLK speech was. It was smooth words. But really, what was in Esau's heart? Because he knew that he had a plan set in place behind the civil rights movement that was going to destroy the African American.
Yep. Yep.
Continue, it says, his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yep. Yeah, so his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. All right. And like we said, and really all I wouldn't say all, but a lot of these black leaders that are propped up, those are really the white man's words. All right.
Yeah, that's all they're what's the word that I'm looking for? They're puppets for the so-called white man to continue icons,
Yeah.
you know, to steer the masses in the direction that they want them to go. Like that video that we were just watching not too long ago, that a brother had posted in chat. You had a group of Jakes talking about, we know we have a lot to not trust, you know, these people, but y'all need to go ahead and take the max, take it.
How's he so? It goes into it, man.
And this is heavy. This is heavy because, like you said, it translates to today. The impact that Dr. King, the witchcraft that he put on you niggas, it lasts to this day. A lot of you people are probably saying, well, what would Dr. King do? He would want you to take that vaccine. You know, we need to trust, you know, we need to trust Esau, you know, because he pushed that trust. He was the main figure that pushed trusting the so-called white man. You know what? You know, he's what did he say? What was that Dr. King talking about? Turn the other cheek. Mm-hmm. If your neighbor slap you, turn the other cheek. Well, what does the scripture say? Because the scriptures say an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. And the scriptures say, Revelation 13:9, he that lived in the captivity shall go into captivity. And as a matter of fact, the turn the other cheek, that only applies to Israelites.
Yeah, they were misusing the word, the scriptures, man. You know, to their own event, like they've done for centuries now. Even going back to the slave Bible, they would pick and choose what they want to give our people because they know and understand that we are those people.
Yep. I got this. And there's a saying, yeah, you know, I got you. There's a saying that the Bible never lied; it was just put into the hands of liars. So they use this word to manipulate you, okay, and to see. Look, it's in the scriptures. Turn the other cheek. But what they don't tell you is, well, who is your neighbor?
Right.
Who is your brother? All right, because it ain't Esau. That's your enemy. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 31. It says, behold, I am against the prophets, saith the Lord, that use their tongues and say, he saith. So basically, your modern day pastors and preachers, they're basically telling you, because I went to theologian, whatever it's called, man. Yeah. I've been taught to be a pastor. The Lord has sent me. I'm the mouth of the Lord now. That's the biggest reason that Martin Luther King, he came with the strength of the Bible, but he manipulated the words. Malcolm X was coming with the Quran at the time, man. He was coming with the Nation of Islam. So the scriptures are showing you how they was going to use the Bible to trick our people. Say, behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams, saith the Lord, and do tell them and cause my people to err by their lies and by their likeness. And that's basically Esau setting up Jake to get these breakdowns and give a false interpretation of it, man, to cause Jake to err. Oh no, you can eat pork. See what it says in here? He sent the spirits into a pig. Oh no, you can backdoor Jake. The Lord died for everybody, saying everybody can get into the kingdom. It ain't just dealing with the Israelites. All right. It says, and by their likeness, yet I sent them not, nor commanded them. Therefore they shall not profit this people at all, saith the Lord. That goes into it. Martin Luther King didn't profit any of us on this side, man. It only made our situation worse. Why? Because the Lord said no man shall save us.
Yep.
Did he not?
Yeah, he was propped up. Needless to say, he was propped up by the CIA. All right, they were in his ear, you know, and I'm not for certain of all the details of this guy's autobiography, but I believe they killed him because he started to buck up against him. And I do know actually, I did a lesson on it some years back. But Jesse Jackson, Reverend Jesse Jackson, was actually in on the assassination of Dr. King. All right, because it was told that everyone, whatever hotel they were staying at, it was told that everyone who didn't wear, I believe, like a black tie, you know, there was something they were going to where whoever wasn't wearing a black tie, they were going to get assassinated. It might have been the other way around. Whoever wore a black tie, whatever it was, basically, you know, Jesse Jackson, and you can look into it. They got articles on it. But this guy Jesse Jackson, he was in on Dr. King's assassination,
Yeah.
and I believe it was because Jesse Jackson wanted that spotlight.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Always a hater in the mix.
Yep.
Just take it. Just need. Hey, want the spotlight, man? Ain't ready for it. Like this is Jeremiah. You was calling it 38. No, 28. Huh?
Yeah. What did we say? Prophet. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Sorry, man. Start at 8. Start at 8. Yeah.
All right, come. This
Go
is
on.
Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Yeah, so this is what a prophet does. They prophesy against the kingdom. Now, was Dr. King prophesying against America? All right, was he prophesying about war, pestilence, and evil coming? No. But see, you people, you love to say, "Oh, well, the Bible says this," but you overlook stuff like this. All right, for you to trust this guy, Dr. King, and he's bringing out scriptures, and he's supposed to be some, respected guy. Was he a reverend? He was a reverend, right? Yeah, he was a reverend. All right. So you're respecting this guy. All right, but you overlooking this. Keep going, because that's the point.
The prophesy which prophesied the peace.
Read it again.
All right, start at 8.
9.
Now, this is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 9. The prophesy which prophesied the prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua have truly sent him.
Right. So the prophet that prophesied the peace, because that's what he was prophesying, is peace to the people. All right. You know, equality and you know, all these different things. We already went into it, but he was prophesying of peace. But it said, when those things come to pass, then we shall know whether he was truly sent by the Lord. And we know that he wasn't truly sent by the Lord because there ain't no peace. There's no unity between the blacks and I'll say the Israelites and the so-called white people. There's no unity. There's fake unity. There's a lot of so-called white people that are on the side of or pretending to be on the side of Israelites. But then there are also white people who are just Americanized, that they really are on the side of you Israelites. But that doesn't mean that you're just equal now. That doesn't mean that there's peace now, because over the general consensus is that there's hatred amongst the two sides. All right, and we're one major event away from and it could be tomorrow. It could be tomorrow when the inauguration, man, because there's this Trump and Biden. It actually, the Trump versus Biden election, it has shown a lot of underlying hatred and racism in America, and we love it. We like it because we're tired of this. We're tired of the fake, just the what do you call that? The hidden hatred. All right, we want you to be the devil. All right, we want you to show the perpetual hatred that you've had. Okay, we don't like this guy Biden. Why? Because Biden is pretending to like you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. But truly deep down inside, he's just another devil that's gonna further put you down into captivity, man. All right, and he's gonna as soon as he gets in office, he's gonna push that pin, man. He's gonna push legislations. He's gonna roll out these COVID mandates. He's gonna start pushing this vaccine, and a lot of you people who voted for him, you're gonna be on board.
That's still going back to that, that his words being softened and hard, but yet with swords drawn. The scriptures say, but yet had they drawn swords, and what is the part of that modern day sword? It's the pen. Like during the civil rights era, maybe they allow affirmative action. Now you gotta hire black people here. Yeah, you gotta allow them into this particular set of houses. But what about all the laws they attached to those bills that were detrimental to the Jake, that blocked Jake out of living in certain areas? That Jake was clearly qualified to live in these areas, clearly qualified to work at this particular company at this particular level and get this particular pay. That Esau blocked them out just through his legislation, just so a couple of you Negroes could get in on the welfare system now and get benefits off of it. That's how Esau goes about it now, through the power of the pen, man.
Oh, sorry.
You got it out.
I was saying, because that's really one of the spoils of war is being able to write legislation. You know what I'm saying? You go into war and you take a part in conflict because ultimately the winner of that conflict gets to rule. So like the brother said, legislation and what is written with the pen. That's why I call it the power of the pen. Even with us, we're technically waging war through penmanship, through words and things that are written, because that has a lasting effect, more than just a person or a group of people, man. That word, as long as it endures, it always has a power to enact change.
Yeah, because it bears fruit. Mm-hmm. Because through these words, through the power of Yahweh Shem Shai, the word has spread to other people. And now, like they say, word of mouth is the best way of promotion. Mm-hmm. So by us speaking and keep on pushing this word, well, through the labors of the apostles and elders, through the labors and the apostles of elders, we were able to wake up. We were able to, through them being on YouTube, we watch the videos on YouTube. They bear fruit of men that are elders now. The elders that have been teaching for a while, they bore fruit that so on and so forth. All right, and I'll say this before I step down, because a lot of you guys, like what do they call themselves? I can't. Whatever this guy, new guy came out of nowhere. Believers of Yahweh, believers of the way Yahweh Shai, you're gonna get destroyed, man, because one way or another, like Apostle Har said, one way or another, you learn this truth from One West, from the elders and apostles, man. All right, who the hell do you think you are? You just come up out of nowhere, and now you calling the men that you learned the name. Who did you learn the name from? Where did you get the name Yahweh Shai? Where did you? I don't know if they teach the 12 tribes chart. Where did you get the 12 tribes chart from? All right. If you ain't gonna come under the labors of the elders and apostles, the men that the Lord Himself set up to teach you, then to hell with you, man. You're gonna be straight up destroyed if you don't repent, man. And that's a strict, severe admonishment to you, man. The Lord, if you don't get out of that, man, the Lord is gonna destroy you, man, because you slandering. But it could be too late. Might be too late for you, because you've already put out a false witness amongst great millstones, man.
I guess the top men too.
Yeah.
These men, they have opened the eyes of many, and they have been integral. They have been diligent for a long time. You go back 10 years, 15 years, and watch videos of the elders and the apostles talking about the same thing now that they were then. And most of the stuff didn't happen. But see, you want to be vain in your own glory, you know, and that's all it is. You want to be able to say that I, you know, instead of just saying, you know what, these men have already labored. They got a track record of laboring, you know, and hey, I'm going to go ahead and follow them, you know, but now you want to come against them because y'all want to feed your own belly. That's, you know, and that I didn't even watch the whole video, but that Jake, the Lord gonna destroy you, man. Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
Yeah. See, you gotta be when you have elders that have a solid doctrine that they've been teaching for a long time, right? And they have a track record, a history of saying things and them things coming to pass, right? And these doctrines that they teach and they're not swearing for it, you got to be assured in those things. You coming around, you got these new groups just popping up out of nowhere with no credentials, no history, no track record, but then you want to follow them. You don't want to follow the elders and the apostles because you just don't want to. And that's the thing, you know, as the scriptures goes into, it says, fools despise wisdom. Fools hate knowledge. You just hate the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Shai.
It said it has been assured of. So everything that brothers bring out, the scriptures tell you, man, you're supposed to go read that out and search it up and be assured of. And as you understand more of the doctrine, you understand the individuals that the Lord has actually put the spirit on to continue to bring this out. Like when we all first came in, you could have probably started with Zabak, ISUBK, Shaq, Tried, and Refried. You could have started with those guys. But over time, you started to see, it's like, well, who did they learn from? Okay, what is this breakdown? And you started to see the diligence. That's how I came to understand the apostles and the elders, man. I was assured, it's like, surely the Lord is dealing with these guys. But the scriptures say, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned. So you're supposed to move in the things that you've been taught and that you've learned, man. Or either you've been taught by evil men and you've been seduced. So I'll read up, Baba Bishop, 2 Timothy 3 and 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. You've probably been deceived, man. You need to go back and really check these scriptures out, man. You need to go do the research and learn some history before you call you coming at the apostles and the elders. You sitting up here trying to switch up the doctrine. You obeyed, man. Get it up.
Yeah. Would you, Baba Bishop, bring out that second answer?
Oh, second answer?
Well, what was that? Never trust that.
Oh yeah, Sirach.
Right,
I can look at
10 and 12 and 10. Yeah.
This is Ecclesiasticus of Sirach 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, you see, well, as the brother was going back to when we was going back into it, the brother was talking about MLK, and what were you going into back in the day? Wasn't it you had to go through back doors, you were getting beaten in the street, dogs were sicked onto you, you know, you gentrification, redlining, all of these different things was happening to you, right? Just came out of slavery, but then you got this man coming up saying, I have a dream that little white boys and little black boys and white girls should hold hands. Ain't nobody draw a question mark and say that this nigga? Like, hey, you want me to hold hand with this cat? He done did all this. And you want me to go hand in hand with this cat? Are you sure? Are you really in your right mind? Because the scripture just said, never trust thine enemy. You see? So nobody drew a question mark to say, hey, you know what? Maybe we should question this guy's integrity, because this other guy that we're talking about becoming friends with, he done did nothing but rape, rob, and murder and pillage us for the last 500 years plus. He has a history of dishonor. He has a history, you know, of destruction and death. That's this guy. But no one wanted to draw that question mark. And here we are today, fast forward 50 years later, y'all still trusting this guy, and he's still doing the same thing. But see, this was all a plan that Esau had, and we about to get into it if you want to continue on, Baba Kashaf.
Sirach 12 and 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
See that? His rust altogether ain't being wiped away, which means, hey man, he's going crouching. You go back, you learn that the speech was written by a so-called white man. That's when he went crouching right there. Exactly.
Esau went crouching in the 50s and the 60s.
Humbling themselves. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna integrate you all. We're gonna make all this right.
Yeah.
Right? That's what he said. He went crouching and humbled himself, right? But as Iron rusted, he ain't changed what he did. He just converted everything into prison houses and started throwing Jake into prison houses, passing 2 sets of laws, one set for the so-called white man and one set for your ass, right? So he continued on in the same manner in which he did way back when. But at the same time, telling you that he got your back while pushing on you all of his wickedness, right? So that's if you want to go into that Judith chapter 5 verse 20, Bakashah. But I just want to prove a point because Esau know what the hell he doing, man. Esau know what the hell he doing. Go ahead, Ak.
This is Judah 5 and 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
Now the brother said something earlier. He said something that was a very heavy point. He said the Bible ain't never lied. It got into the hands of liars. You see what I'm saying? So these people already knew who we were, all right? And they knew that if they left us to our own devices long enough, maybe we might go back to start seeking our power. You see what I'm saying? Maybe, because we are left to our own devices, right? So we gotta gentrify them. We gotta integrate them. We gotta integrate them so we can cause them to go off, so their power can keep them on the bottom. Continue on, Baba Kashaf.
Verse 21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their power be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
You see, so he know this. He know that he has a vested interest in keeping you in this system and keeping you locked in. He know this shit, man. He been knowing this. He been knowing that he needs you to be a part of his voting system, because the scriptures tell you that thou shalt not put any other but a brother as your representative, roughly paraphrasing. You're not supposed to have nobody else representing you other than a brother of your own nation, man. He's supposed to be ruling over you. But y'all don't want one of the men of the Lord to rule over you. Y'all don't want Yahweh Shai to rule over you, who's supposed to be your ruler. Y'all want the devil to rule over you. Y'all want to do things the devil's way. That leads me into that Isaiah 30 and 10 and 1. Yeah, 10 and 1.
This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
You see, the devil, he prescribes unrighteous decrees which cause you to be in perpetual sin, man.
Yep.
That's what he does, man. And he knows, like I said, going into it, the devil know who you are. He know who you are as a people. He know that you're the Lord's chosen people. So if he can keep you going off consistently, that's why they campaign to push this Christianity garbage upon you. They campaign. They put people like Stacey Abrams in positions to push Jake to go out and vote for the devil. You know what I'm saying? You vote for your damn oppressor, man. You trusting in your oppressor.
They campaign black culture upon you, because when you think about it, a couple of those unrighteous decrees, Esau started to have that affirmative action jump in on the Hollywood side. So when you get into your 70s, 80s, and 90s, you never really seen Jake on TV in the 50s and the 60s, you had like Andy Griffith. It was an all-white cast, man. But during the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you got a thing called black exploitation, if I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
Everything that Esau pushed out was what? Nigger culture, and it was negative to our people, man. The pimp, the thug, the drug dealer,
Stereotypes.
the freak, man. Yeah, Esau pushed that on you.
Yeah, which, you know, going back to the voting, they push that voting harder than I've ever seen them do, man. This past year, you know, every day, man. I've never gotten texts, you know, I've never gotten that many texts, you know, about voting. And then, you know, what goes to show is how successful the brainwashing is. You got Jake bragging about, oh, it's a blue state. We turned Georgia blue. You know? That's all you know, witchcraft. It's all to get you to trust in Whitey.
Hey, what did they say? I seen a TikTok video. A white guy was saying that the new guy is a black woman because the black women are the people that went out in the state of Georgia and turned the state blue.
Exactly.
So we should thank the black woman for Joe Biden, and that the fact that the Senate is now Democratic for Georgia.
Well, be sure to thank the black woman when keep the same energy. Be sure to thank the black woman when Biden turns on y'all ass, man. When he shows his horns. Y'all got it.
Yeah. And see, and y'all gonna get what y'all deserve too, man. Yeah. When this devil shows his horns, man, because he's definitely gonna show his horns. The setup is real, man.
Yeah.
Y'all Jakes are being set up right now. Y'all being set up for the okie dokes. Would you bring that up? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 30, I'm writing verse 8. Isaiah 30 and 8. Now go write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever.
And that's this scripture right here. That's this book that we're reading from. Go ahead.
Verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, would say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Here's the point.
I just want to say, you see, and this is the same script going back to it. The brother brought this out earlier. You know, prophesied unto us the smooth things. You don't want us. You don't want us to tell you everything. You ain't gonna have to catch no hell. You know, like he was saying pre-trib. Yeah, we gonna get out here and go to hell. No, bro. That's how gold is tried, man. You know, you can't get the purity of something unless you can see how integral it is, man. Yep. You know, so you got to try it out. You got to make sure it means what it say it means, that it is what it say it is. You see? So if the man of the Lord is saying he's the man of the Lord, how much of the man of the Lord are you?
Yeah.
When all hell breaks loose, are you going to be a man of the Lord when you ain't got nothing? When you potentially might watch your children die in front of you? These are the things that we're up against in the very near future. So how much integrity are you going to have when that type of fire is on that ass? You see? So right. and y'all don't understand that. So y'all want to sit there and get us to prophesy to us, oh, baby, it's going to be all right, sweet baby. God got a plan for you. Yeah, he do got a plan. And it's death, destruction, and mayhem. That's right. What it is.
If I can say, too, that's also a byproduct of this integration, man. Because Esau, he'll put you through a certain type of hell, but he don't want you to go through that spiritual hell, man. And it's about being integrated and being able to take and partake in other cultures, but, you know, and how about Shah delaying the judgment, it's softened the spirits of our people. Beautiful. Man. You know what I'm saying? To where they don't want to go through the things that they know they need to in the spirit, because really they have a high level of doubt, man.
Welfare.
Yeah.
That's what welfare was all about. It's to get you relying on him, to get you, you know, to trust him, and, you know, get you relying on the system. You know, like you said, that's what welfare does. It basically eliminates you from actually having to labor, you know, to actually hold yourself accountable. All right. You got it.
And ultimately that puts those in rulership, those in power, in the position of being a god.
Yeah.
They can control your ins and outs.
It weakened you.
Yeah.
It weakened you.
I got you. This Isaiah 30 and 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, Because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
You see that? Breaking, you don't even know that shit coming. And that's exactly, hey, I was listening to a lesson. It was a brother Kazak earlier on the way here. And he was talking about how y'all about to be caught off guard, man. Y'all not even about to see this shit coming. He was talking about how Yahweh, as the scriptures say, hey, Yahweh Shai cometh as a thief in the night. Well, Esau also gonna come as a thief too. Because the left always try to imitate what the right does. You know what I'm saying? So Esau gonna try to catch a lot of y'all jakes off guard, man, making him think I got your back because you trusted in a perverseness. Y'all got history of what this devil done did to y'all. Tuskegee experiments, like when they were going through eugenics shit, women getting sterilized without even knowing, all this stuff that y'all that there's a concrete history that the devil done did. Not even 20 years ago, this devil done did all type of crazy shit, right?
Not even a year ago, man.
Right.
Like within the last 12 months, the devil then set you so-called Negro Latinos Native Americans up to get put down, man.
Shot you down.
Hey, what about that video? Going back to that video we mentioned earlier, what would the one dude say? He say black communities are greatly disproportioned to the infectious Rona virus, right? Setting the narrative that you are you need it more than everybody else. That they're out to help you more than everybody else. That you should be put on the forefront. Lower your inhibitions, right? Trust your enemy. Take the max, right? Even though you got people dying right after they take it, people face falling asleep on one side permanently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A brother just put a video in the group. I don't know if it's true, but they said it was a nurse of 20 something years, and she had taken the vaccine. She was completely bugging out. Y'all brothers will see it in the group later, but yeah,
Yeah, you see? So this is nothing but quackery. All right? This is nothing but quackery. Y'all trusting. Would you mind grabbing Habakkuk, the second chapter, where it goes into his
verse 4.
Yeah. It's not lifted up right in him. Y'all trust this damn demon,
Verse 4.
And we about to
6.
Yeah, let's go. But yeah, this devil is a damn demon, man, and he brings hell and death with him, no matter where he cometh, and he has a history of it. How you gonna have a track record of death and destruction and hell, and the people that are under your rule saying, well, you know what? Hey, we may die from it, but we're gonna take it anyway, because that's exactly what y'all jakes are saying. Y'all don't have any idea what this devil got planned for y'all, and y'all gonna follow him anyway. He ain't opening up the books to y'all and saying, okay, well, here's the playbook, follow me. No, Yahweh Shai, he's opening up the playbook and he's laying it out for you so you can know play by play. But do you want to hear it? Nah, because when you follow this playbook, you got to sacrifice. When you follow this playbook, you got to give up some things. You got to become uncomfortable. Y'all jakes don't want to get out of y'all comfort zone, man. You got it out.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
You see that? He ain't upright. So anything that he do is gonna be backwards. MLK backwards, right? Y'all got integrated into hell. That's what y'all did. Y'all jakes got integrated into hell.
Got degraded.
Continue on, Baba Shai.
Verse 5. Yeah, also, because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man.
His philosophies, everything is cool to this white man, this devil, man. Everything is cool to him. You want to be gay, you can be gay. You want to be an adulteress or an adulterer, you can be an adulterer. You want to eat abominable food, you can eat abominable food. Hey, you like little boys, we got porn for you. We just ain't going to put it out there public,
Yep.
But we're going to do it secretly. Hey, you want to get sex dolls, we got them too.
Yeah.
We got anything that is wicked. We got it for you, Jake. But we're gonna make it seem like we the clean city, like we the sparkling city, like we the place that's gold, but we really just, you know, like one of the whitest sepulchres as it talks in the scriptures. Continue on, Bobby.
Up the top. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yet also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death.
You see this? And I just said it. Hey, he enlarges his desire as hell. Everywhere he goes, it turns into hell. The brothers was bringing it out before we were integrated. We were better off, right? And we got integrated into hell because we went into this devil's borders. And once we went to this devil's borders, everything became super hell for us. It was already hell, but at least Jake was sticking together back then. You know, now Jake killing Jake and Esau killing Jake. You know, we ain't got no mothers, no fathers. You know, you got now they gender neutral playing cards now. Words like mommy and daddy, you can't say that anymore. You got to say some gender neutral type term. You got to say parents.
You know, him or her. You got to, you can't say him or her. You got to say they.
Yeah, like shit. Like what kind of? Bro, there's hims, there's hers. Oh, so that shit only apply to humans, right? So we don't have any female dogs. We don't have a she dog anymore. So we got to say this is the gender neutral dog. You know, we got to say that. What about birds? What about animals? How do you apply that just to us when you have male and female of everything? That just shows you how ass backwards this damn devil is, man.
He try to make even the simplest things like complicated. It tries to change the truth in the simplest things. Like what it said. The Most High created male and female. Created the creatures of the earth and gave a spirit that can populate and be fruitful. Yep. It's all just a pure order, man. Yeah.
Confusion. Scripture say the Lord is not the author of confusion. That's what this devil brought, was confusion on the whole earth. You got it.
Who enlargeth his desire is as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people.
It's the American melting pot. That's what you have here. That's why JQA, this devil want everybody under his rule. That's why he got military bases in other countries. You know, that's why we got all these proxy wars. You know, that's why we got all these false flags, just to keep everything going. Because there has to be a perpetual enemy in order for him to keep his power. You know, in order for him to have these draconian laws in place, these unrighteous decrees, in order to have you under his subjugation. You see? So these things have to be. This devil got to do this shit. And y'all Jake's gonna continue to follow this devil. You continue on.
This is Habakkuk 2, verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with the clay.
Destruction, death. You know, that's what's coming. If somebody could get Isaiah 34 started at the top, you can bring out what you got.
This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. And that was just a precept backing up the brother's point. How Esau was literally trying to make everything gender neutral. Everything is balanced. Men and women are equal, but yet a man's still supposed to pay alimony. He's still supposed to pay child support. All of these things, but yet a woman is still treated as the victim, man. This stuff is upside down, man. This is pure confusion, man.
And that's why, as it went into where it says, "Woe to him," and it talked about laden with thick clay, and that's all his debt that we have going on in America. Well, this is the end result right here. In Isaiah 34. Go ahead, Papa Shah.
This is Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is upon all nations.
So the Lord is giving an announcement to the world. He's been giving this announcement for a long time now. Started with Abba Bivens, all the way down to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and those men that speak the like-minded doctrine. That the Lord is tired of this, man. He's tired of this place, and this place about to be destroyed.
That's right.
You know? He's tired of this wickedness. The indignation is upon the world, man. He's like, hey, and that means righteous anger. Go ahead, huh?
And his fury upon all their armies, he hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter.
You see? So all y'all nations, America, China, Russia, all of y'all nations that drink of this cup, this democracy, all y'all about to be destroyed. Okay?
Right.
Continue on.
Isaiah 34:3. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved.
So all y'all armies, y'all military, y'all Air Force, all that's gonna be dissolved. Y'all governments, all y'all high officials gonna be destroyed. There ain't gonna be nobody to bury the bodies. They just gonna lie out in the street. That's why the stink gonna go up, because it's just gonna be carcasses in the street. Continue on.
And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Thermonuclear war, that's happening. That's that mushroom cloud. Continue on.
And all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
And that's the point right there. His sword is bathed in heaven, and that's that glittering spirit that's going to come from the heavens and hit down on Idumea, which is a Greek way of saying Esau. Okay? That's America. That's Babylon the Great. So you're going to see those thermonuclear missiles that's going to come out of the sky, and they're going to hit this place, and they're going to destroy America, the people of its curse, which are all y'all people that ain't got no melanin in y'all skin, man. You know? Now, we're not saying that all so-called white people are non-melanated people. Non-melanated people. We're not saying that all y'all going to be destroyed, because some of y'all may be Confucian faces. Some of y'all may be Jakes, right? Some of y'all. But for the most part, most of y'all Idumeans are going to be destroyed from coast to coast, from nation to nation. Esau is going to be destroyed, okay? And that's what we waiting for. We waiting on the day where Jake ain't got to worry about this wicked ass oppression that's being pushed upon us. All of these lies and deceits. You know, somebody shooting at us in secret with arrows of death and destruction. You know, throwing rocks and hiding hand. You know, we're tired of that. Talking about some you are friend. You never know which way to go. One day soon. Jake, not the people on this side, but the men of the Lord already identified who you are, okay? But soon, you're going to have more than 1/3 that's going to start to wake up and identify who you are too. But then y'all 2/3, y'all going to be destroyed along with this devil, because y'all have succumbed to that Dr. King doctrine trying to hold hand in hand. And as the scriptures say, though you join hand in hand, you shall be thrusted through with their ass. You're gonna fall with their ass, you know, and that day is coming quickly. Tomorrow might actually kick it off. Lord willing, it does. Go ahead.
Here, the point is that 17, but we started at 15. This goes right into the next slide. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
See?
Thy reward shall return upon thy own head.
Yeah, you see? See, hey, as you have done, it's going to be done onto you. All right? So you've been dealing treacherously. You've been doing wickedly. You've been stealing, robbing, pillaging, you know? Now all these other nations, now they have strength too. And now you're not you don't have the power to go and strong arm nations like you used to. And that goes into that Isaiah 33:1, where it says, woe to them that have dealt treacherously, right? Because you dealt treacherously with all of the other nations.
Yeah, that's how they drunk that wine, because he saw it by the force of the soul. You know, like he literally had the entire planet in the chokehold. he dropped from the top. Fat boy, little man and fat boy. Hey, he literally, hey, he stepped on that stage and he said, I remember, man, he saw a ride, man. He literally had the entire world in his grasp, man, and made all these other heathen nations, even though they were happy to do it. But he was just putting himself at the hierarchy of it all, man. And why you think Jake feared Esau so much? But continue, it says, verse 15, for the day of the Lord is upon all the heathen that thou hast done, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. And that holy mountain is who? The Israelites, man. So-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indians, man. You always got to throw that out there.
And you have profited from the Israelites in great ways. The land that we stand on at one point in time was belonged to the Native Americans. You know, the so-called Native Americans. You stole Texas. You stole California from the so-called Mexicans. You took their land. You know, you enslaved the so-called Negro, put him into captivity and enslaved his ass. Well, what do you think, man?
What he did down in South America? And he had an Edomite who was like, they asked the FBI agent. No, it was the CIA agent. He was like, what's the best place that you would go? You knowing the things that you know, whatever. What's the best place to go? He was like, Costa Rica, man. He would literally go and kick it amongst Jacob. He didn't say, I'll go to England, I'll go to Australia. He literally telling you, I'm going to go down there and kick it amongst Jacob. And they teach him down.
Yeah. You know, and Jake generally is a peaceful people, but when you take a devil and put him in the mix, hey man, you take a devil and put them in the mix in front of anybody, they're going to rile them up, man. You know? Because this devil, he cannot sit still. As we went through in Habakkuk, he's a proud man. You know, he never keep it at home. He just can't stop fucking moving, man. You know, and excuse my vernacular, but that's this devil for you, man. So you got any more?
Yeah, it's more, man. It says, yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. And that's going to be in the kingdom of heaven, as though he had not been. Because we're gonna round you up and get rid of you, man.
And that's in Obadiah. Talks about he gonna round y'all. We gonna round y'all up, and it says Israel should be inspired.
It's going to. Hey, Obadiah 1:17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession. So we're gonna take the very things you took from us. We're gonna take it back. All of our relics, all of our everything of our heritage, basically, that Esau's hiding sitting over there in the Vatican, man, in the 22-mile hallway. A lot of our stuff, man. It says, in the house of Jacob shall possess their possession. So that's going into the land of Edom as well. When we run after the kingdom of heaven is established, we're going to take over the land of Edom, man. All right,
Heaped up riches for the last days.
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. And the house of Joseph is going into the house of Ephraim. That's going into Puerto Ricans, because that's that's the northern kingdom. All right, the water. And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua have spoken.
And that's going to be a glorious time. No more wickedness. All wickedness is going to be stomped out forever and ever after you serve your sentence, of course. Because as you go into, Revelation, the 10th chapter, the 13th verse, it says that he that leadeth, is it 10 and 13 or 13 and 10? 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. He is the patience of the saints. Right, rough paraphrasing. So you got to serve that sentence, man. You got to drink that cup. How is it that you're able to do all of these things that you have done and you don't get no reward for it, man? Now y'all gonna sleep in holes in the kingdoms. Y'all not gonna have no houses. Y'all not gonna have no no shelter. When it rains, y'all home gonna fill up with water. You know what I'm saying? That's the struggle getting the kingdom, man. But see, why should y'all deserve to have any type of mercy? You know, where is it? Would you get that where it says, the scripture says, give no mercy to them that show no mercy? Because y'all don't deserve to have mercy, right? y'all don't give any mercy. Y'all have plenty of opportunity to give mercy, but y'all don't want to let go. Y'all don't want to let go of those people that y'all have had under y'all thumb, under y'all rule for so long. Shit, y'all so evil, y'all oppress your own people. You know, you oppress your own people, man. That's what you're doing right now.
That's why so many of them married.
Yeah.
They're doing that pressure.
Not knowing that he never had no love for y'all in the first place.
Right.
He was using y'all to keep us oppressed.
Mhm.
You know, that's what it all boils down to. You know, the elites already know. Okay, you got that?
It's more than Habakkuk.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? See, they go right into the verse speaking upon, man, as far as the Edomites, man. All the lies and all the deceit and deception and stealing and robbing and raping that y'all have done, man. There's a reward for all those actions, man. All right, and through the power and mercy of Yahweh Shah, the Holy Spirit and the Holy Spirit, man. These charges are being brought to the forefront, man, for all things you've done in and around the world, man. Yeah. You got it, bro. This is Habakkuk 2 and 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city and of all that dwell therein.
You see, so you have a history of continual violence and blood. You know, you cannot set down the sword. You can't set it down. What did George Washington say? And this is a staple of Esau. He said that was it George Washington? No, or Christopher Columbus. I didn't go one moment without having my sword out without it being in my hand. That means he slept with his sword in his hand. He had it on him all the time in his hand, ready to swing it. That's these devils. Okay, they always in a mindset of war. You know, always in a mind. And if they have no enemy to war against, they'll make one up.
They'll work it themselves.
Right. Like,
but that's why the ways of their lifestyle is death. Like, if they don't have anything to kill on our side, they'll kill themselves, man. Yeah, that's why they'll kill the earth.
Wasn't that the whole propaganda behind Hitler? You know, it was this particular style of Edomite was better than the other style of Edomite. You know, the Aryan race or whatever that was going back to.
Wasn't even in the first place.
Right. Yeah, somebody had somebody. Oh, go ahead.
This is James chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have mercy without mercy. For he that showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
You see, yeah, that was it right there. You see, so the Lord ain't gonna have mercy against those who had to have no mercy, man. Why should you give mercy? Why? You look, you don't even have mercy on the land. And what do I mean by that is you can't even let the land rest. Right? You pollute the land. You spray the sky and the air every single day with chemicals and pollutants that fall down on the land and the people. You know?
The animals, man, when Esau come out and actually come out with a news crew, oh, the birds are falling. We don't know why 20,000 birds fell out of the sky. Like, you spread it, man.
Yeah, it's no end to your death and destruction. There's, even when you call yourself doing something good, it's still evil. You know? Go ahead. Yeah, even though when you do something good, it's still evil. You know, because as the scriptures say, even though he's in the land of uprightness, yet the wicked should not learn righteousness. Roughly paraphrasing, you cannot learn righteousness. You cannot be in a position of authority and do the right thing. You know, it's like a wicked woman that done got in a position of power. You honestly think she's gonna wield her authority righteously now that she's there? She done slept her way up into a position of authority. She done been unfair. She been cutthroat, and all of a sudden she in that power seat. You honestly think she gonna rule
rule it fairly? No.
That's what God did. Why would you stop doing what got you there?
Right.
Same thing with Esau. Everything he's been doing on the left hand side has got him to this place of power. Why did Jake expect him to stop? It's simple. Hey, Esau showed you that in Game of Thrones. Like the girl, she had all these so-called pure and righteous intentions. But how did she go about obtaining her gold and achieving her goal? Through death, man. I mean, like merciless, like unforgiving death, man. And so dude had to do what? Put it to death. Like, yo, man, this is how you gonna rule, man. Here's the precept. It says Romans chapter 8, verse 18. Going 19. So like this is going into what the brother was speaking on, how Esau shows no mercy throughout the earth, how Esau was his death as he goes about just living, man. You know, the brother said Esau would find a way to kill anything if he had nothing to kill himself, man. Like really, man. All right, this is Romans chapter 8, verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So even the animals are waiting for us to come into power, man, because they understand it's like, yo, we getting our asses handed to us too. Even though he's trying to kill off them, he's killing us in the process. By poison in the air, poison in the war, just to get at Jake, man. Esau hates us that much that he'll go about killing and destroying anything to get Jake off. Hey, man, I got to scratch this dude off. Oh, man. All right, and the point I go down is the point is at 21. All right, because the creature itself also shall be delivered. This is why the animals, the planet, the water, the wind, everything within existence down here is waiting on us to come back into power, man. All right, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. When you look up liberty, it's the right to live righteously, man, the way that life was intended to be lived. Because a lion really not supposed to be out killing giraffes, killing zebras, you know, killing these particular animals. The Lord gave the herbs as meat, man. The Lord said that's what it's going to go back to into the king. So everybody's waiting for us to come back into power and for Esau to fall, man. And hey, man, his foot was set on that slippery slope. It's about to be over with, man.
Yeah. Hey, tomorrow we gonna see. And this is the beginning. We pray that it is, man. We pray, yeah, man. We pray that hey, all of their imaginations that what may happen take place. Okay? Because we're ready to get the hell out of here. We're ready for you to serve your sentence, Esau. And with that, we pray that you should edify a camp. We can go ahead and end it off by giving all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to our elders, the apostles, the great millstone ruler, to Israel. To the next time, I can shalom.
Shalom.